Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to the Minute Channel, and today we're going to be doing the news for this week. Not a lot going on this week, guys. Some big stuff obviously, because we did have the reveal for the PlayStation 5 specs and that kind of stuff. We're going to go over that as well as some other stuff. But a big reminder before we start this video, my Persona 5 Royal giveaway is still ongoing. This is you have about a week and a half, I guess, to sign up for it if you want to get a copy of Persona 5 Royal, right? But let's go ahead and go over the news here. Again, not a lot going on this week, so we're gonna start with the Persona 5. Not Persona 5. The PlayStation 5 news, because again we have the specs for that, as well as some not so exciting news that I was very disappointed whenever I first heard about it, but it's not as bad as it sounds. So let's go ahead and talk about all the stuff here. So I'm gonna post here the PlayStation 5 specs so you can go over them yourself and everything. Notably, one of the biggest things that are pretty interesting is gonna be the fact that they're gonna be doing a internal terabyte SSD. That's a custom one, supposed to make it like faster and everything. I feel like that's gonna be like the biggest thing for us as the gamers. You know, we want the speed. We want the speed when it comes to the frame rate and when it comes to the loading screens and that kind of stuff. And looks like Sony is trying their best to kind of remediate that with that SSD. That's gonna be kind of like the bigger seller point. Most of the stuff, it looks like a pretty beefy computer. Not a very tech savvy person, so it's not gonna be kind of like my forte to go over all that kind of stuff like that. But it's just very interesting to see the Sony and PlayStation are really trying to kind of get this together as strong as possible. My curiosity with seeing all the specs and everything, again you can see them on this over here, it's that I'm curious as far as how expensive this thing is gonna be. People predicting that the Xbox is gonna be like $600 or $500. So I'm thinking that PlayStation is they're gonna have to cut some corners somehow, or just sell as a loss. And I'm also curious how the current epidemic going right now is going to affect the sale of this console. So the beginning, you know, this is going to be a big deal. But moving into other stuff that I want to talk about, this is going to be about the PlayStation 5 backwards compatibility. Now, this is something that they have talked about many different times when they announced the PlayStation 5, and it's going to be able to play PS4 games, and that was something that we had recently heard about and previously. So my curiosity was like, okay, but are we gonna be able to play all games, or what's it gonna be like? So we kind of have an answer. It's not as good of an answer as I thought it was gonna be, but yeah. So you're gonna be able to play the most popular PlayStation 4 games. They didn't say exact amount, but it does sound like there's gonna be a lot of them, but not all of them are gonna be at launch. So it's kind of a little bit disappointing on that side. I myself thought that the biggest selling point for the PS5 was going to be backwards compatibility with previous systems. Whether that's the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3, 2, or 1, or whatever, I really thought that this was going to be the biggest selling point for PS5. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed on that, because I would like to play PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2 games on the PS5. This is something that I would like to happen. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case as much. We don't know how much we're gonna be able to play this game, so unfortunately for now, that's all we got to work with. So pretty sad news on that end. I think that I would like them to kind of, they originally they said, well, it's gonna be played some PS4 games, and then people were kind of freaking out. They kind of like, okay, well, let me tell you, there's gonna be a lot of PlayStation 4 games. That's still not really good. That's still okay at best. Sadly, that's something that I would like them to kind of touch over and everything like that. Unfortunately, you know. Anyway, so moving into other news, due to the pandemic right now and stuff going on, looks like a lot of different places are giving away free games, or there's a lot of sales going on. The PlayStation is having a sale right now. Amazon is having a sale right now. Not eBay. Best Buy is having a sale right now. Steam always has a sale, but they're also giving away some free games. And Epic, I think, is having a sale as well. So like all these major retailers, I think even GameStop's having a sale right now. So all these different places are doing a sale and everything like that. So I know this epidemic going and you're staying at home, so if you want to get some free games or some games at a cheaper price, go ahead and check them out. You know, it's no if you have the money, of course, because you know all this can be sad and everything. But anyway, moving into some other news here, and this is gonna be I think my last piece of news today, and this is regarding Star Wars and the Mandalorian Season 2. You may or may not care about this, but I really do. So it looks like they have announced or possibly leaked that we're gonna have Ashoka Tano come out in Season 2, and they're already kind of casting an actress for it, Rosario Dawson. She is a pretty good actress too, so I'm really excited for that. As a long term of the Clone Wars show, I'm very excited to see how that's gonna turn out, having her and everything like that. So that's one of the things that for sure I'm excited about. I think that it's gonna be cool to see it and everything. Very, very excited, I think. But anyway, that is pretty much on the news here today. Not a lot going on. This week we had Doom and of course Animal Crossing come out. I didn't get either of the two games. Again, all this stuff going on. I have a lot of games to play, to be honest with you. And then I have Persona 5 Royal and Resident Evil and Final Fantasy coming out and everything like that. So I have no time or money to spend on all these other games. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what do you think about all this. Have you played any games recently? Did you pick up any games this week? Let me know. Anyway, if you do, please consider liking and subscribing. That's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.